What's up, guys? How we doing? How we doing? Hope you all are doing well today. Getting started here in just another moment. Does look like all teams were sold and paid for, so thank you guys so much for that. If any of you are new to the channel, make sure you check out our Discord. I do post all unsold, unpaid for teams in the Discord before we go live. So I will drop that link in the chat for you guys now. This is our first break of 5 today. But without further ado, we have 5 fat packs and 2 blaster boxes of Donruss basketball. All cards will ship. Good luck, everybody. Let's see if we can pull some fire for you guys. First break of the day. All right, we have Valanciunas, Josh Jackson, Jordan Clarkson, Clay, Seth, Dylan Brooks. There is Otto Porter Jr., Robert Covington, James Harden, Kemba, Jared Culver, Sabonis, Karis LeVert, Derek White, Duncan Robinson, DeAndre Hunter, Delly. There's Gordon Hayward, Brad Beal, Keldon, Big Ben, Zubats. Great expectations of Killian Hayes for the Pistons. League leaders, Oscar Robertson for Milwaukee. There's a green and yellow laser of Jay Crowder for the Heat. And first rookie is Mr. LaMelo Ball for the Hornets. Nice start for Charlotte. Cassius Stanley for the Pacers, Ramsey for the Kings, Nawara for Milwaukee, and Theo Maladone for the Thunder. Closing out all first pack. Number 2. Thank you, cards. Appreciate it, brother. We got Kyrie, Triple J, Thibault, DeAndre Ayton, Patty Mills, Storm and Norman. There is CP3, DFS, Bogey, KD, DeRozan, Torrey Craig. There is Marquise Chris, Gallo, Brooke Lopez, Dougie Mick, Miles Turner, Will the Thrill, Depot, Mobamba, AD, Malik Beasley. There's a franchise features of DDR for the Spurs. And Great Expectations, the Ant-Man for Minnesota. And there's a green and yellow laser, Devontae Graham for the Hornets. Obi Toppin for the Knicks. Ant-Man for the T-Wolves. Kenyon Martin Jr. for the Rockets. Elijah Hughes for the Jazz. And Woodward for the Kings. Closing out all second fat pack. Number 3. We have Bam, JoJo, Dame Dalla, Shake, Jackson Hayes, Markel Fultz, CJ McCollum, John Wall, Joker, Davis Bertans, Joe Harris, Lowry Markkinen, Kawhi, Giannis, Mitch, Killicam, Chris Dunn, Nerlens, John Morant, second year for the Grizz, Landry Shamet, Bogey, Buddy Hield. There's complete players of Steph for the Warriors, franchise features of the Joker for the Nuggets, green and yellow laser, Eric Gordon for the Rockets. There's Peyton Pritchard for the Celtics, Tyrese Maxey for Philly, Josh Green for the Mavs, Kyra for the Pels, and Jalen Smith for the Suns. Closing out all third pack. As mentioned, this is the first break of 5 today. Coming up next, I believe we have 10 fat packs of 2020 Optic Football. Following that, we have a hanger break of Donruss Basketball, scheduled for 5:30 Eastern. And then later on today, we have a Hoops Basketball break, Holidays and Fat Packs, I believe at 9:30. And then more Donruss Basketball, scheduled for 10:15 Eastern Standard Time to close out all evening. As always, you can find all of our breaks in our eBay store, and all unsold, unpaids will be in the Discord right before we go live. right, Fat Pack number 4. We have Vooch, Eric Gordon, Devontae Graham, Cody Zell, DSJ, JJ, Aaron Gordon, Herder, Sekou, Jamal Murray, John Collins, Brown base for the Lakers. There is Chris Middleton, Malcolm Brogdon, D-Russ, Capella, Kendrick Nunn, Danny Green, Kyle Lowry, Brandon Ingram, D-Book, Zach LaVine, complete players of Kyrie for Brooklyn, franchise features of Big Cat for the T-Wolves, Green and Yellow Laser, Vooch for the Magic, Winston for the Wiz, Nick Richards for the Hornets, Trey Jones for the Spurs, Oturu for the Clips, and Jaden McDaniels for the T-Wolves. Closing out all 4th Fat Pack. Then we have Schroeder, Julius Randle, Caruso, PG13, Lulu, Mark Gasol, Derek Jones Jr., Hernan Gomez, Andre Drummond, Fournier, Melo, KCP, Chris Dunn, Nerlens, John Morant, second year for the Grizz, Landry Shamet, Derrick Rose, Steven Adams, Steph, Michael Bridges, Darius Garland, Bam Adebayo, and great expectations of Tyrese Maxey for the Sixers, league leaders of Wilt the Stilt for the Lakers, Green and Yellow Laser, Will the Thrill for the Nuggets. There's Nawara again for Milwaukee, Maladone for the Thunder, Malachi for the Raps, RJ Hampton for the Nuggets, and Poku for the Thunder. Closing out all 5th Fat Pack. All right, let's see what our blaster boxes hold. First one. Thanks for joining us, Scott. Better late than never, my friend. All right, we have Jason Tatum, Daniel House Jr., Julius Randle, Caruso, and we have ink. Signature Series, Tony Delk for the Boston Celtics. All right, Boston. Fantasy Stars of Braun for the Lakers, Killian Hayes for the Pistons, and Patrick Williams for the Bulls. Boston definitely bought in looking for that Tony Delk auto. You got it. Then we have BC, Tristan, Montrez, MPJ, Dennis Schroeder, franchise features of Giannis for Milwaukee, Sadiq Bey for the Pistons, and Nesmith for the Celts. There's D-Book, Zach LaVine, Valanciunas, DDR, Torrey Craig, complete players of the Joker for the Nuggets, Quick for the Knicks, and Zeke Naji for the Nuggets. There is Danny Green, Kyle Lowry, Brandon Ingram, Shake, Jackson Hayes, Orange Laser, Wendell Carter Jr. for the Bulls. There is Tillman for the Grizz and Desmond Bane for those Grizzlies. Then we have Harry Giles, Elf, Bam Adebayo, JoJo, Dame Dalla, Orange Laser, second year, Thibault for the Sixers, LB for the Blaze, and Nico Mannion for the Warriors. There is TBJ, Bielitsa, Thomas Bryant, Michael Bridges, Garland, and Orange Laser rookie, Cassius Stanley for the Pacers, Okongwu for the Hawks, and Riller for the Hornets. There is Al Horford, Jake Crowder, D. Rose, Steven Adams, Steph, league leaders of Wilt for the Lakers, Azubic for the Jazz, and Denny for the Wiz. Then we have Lonnie Walker, Joey Ingles, Jeff Teague, Lonzo, Gary Harris. Great expectations again of Maxey for the Sixers, Woodward for the Kings, and Vernon Carey for the Hornets. Then we have Wendell Carter Jr., Jared Allen, Grant Williams, Wiggy, Kevin Love, franchise features Vooch for the Magic, Kenyon Martin Jr. for the Rockets, and Elijah Hughes for the Utah Jazz. There is Mo Bamba, AD, Malik Beasley, JJ Redick, James Johnson, complete players RWB for the Rockets, OB for the Knicks, and the Ant-Man again for the T-Wolves. There you go, Joe. Last pack of our first blaster box, we have Malcolm Brogdon, D. Russ, Devontae Graham, Cody Zeller, DSJ, Orange Laser, Malik Beasley for Minnesota, Isaiah Stewart for the Pistons, and Devin Vassell for the Spurs. Closing out all first blaster box. Any of you guys are in here for the Optic football break? Just finishing this one up. That should be on in about 10 to 15 minutes. And we will send out those messages on eBay as we go live. That is coming up next, though. Yeah, he had a decent game last night, Denny. I mean, Russell Westbrook kind of stole the show, but solid game from him. When Bradley Beal is out, it lets those guys like Denny and Rui get more shine. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Washington if they make a run. That'll be cool, but if they don't, you got to think at the end of the year, guys like Beal and Westbrook might start sitting out, resting every single back-to-back, having little nagging injuries and whatnot, so the young guys will get more run. It's too bad they traded for Daniel Gafford, and he looked good his first couple of games with them, and he rolled over his ankle pretty bad last night, so I don't see how long he's going to be out yet, but did not look good. Kind of looked like Embiid's injury a little bit. All right, second blaster box. We have Cam Reddish, Karis LeVert. There is Jordan Clarkson, Klay Thompson, and we have Jersey Series, Draymond Green, jersey piece for the Warriors. Great Expectations, Killian Hayes for the Pistons. There's Jaden McDaniels for the T-Wolves and Caleb Martin for the Hornets. Kawhi, Giannis, Mitch Robb, KD. There is Josh Jackson, franchise features the Joker for the Nuggets. Trey Jones for the Spurs, and Oturu for the Clips. Then we have Joe Harris, Larry Markkinen, CP3, DFS, Bogey, Orange Laser, Mobamba for the Magic. There is Winston for the Wiz and Nick Richards for the Hornets. Then we have Jordan Poole, Luke Kennard, RJB, DiVincenzo, Russell Westbrook, Orange Laser, Aaron Baines for the Suns. There's Killian for the Pistons and the Paw for the Bulls. Then we have Tobias Harris, Jonathan Isaac. There's Josh Hart, THJ, Pascal Siakam. Complete players of Steph for the Warriors, Sadiq Bey for the Pistons, and Nesmith for the Celtics. I like the way you think, Reed. You know how it goes sometimes. You just get on a roll, start pulling the same guy. Same day. There's TJ Warren, Draymond, Taurean Prince, Jared Culver, Sabonis, Power in the Paint of Vooch for the Magic, Quick for the Knicks, and Zeke for the Nuggets. I got you, brother. I actually remember Tony Delk from the 90s. He was not that bad. There's Jimmy Butler, Zion Williamson, second year for the Pelicans. There's Bob Covington, James Harden, Kemba, Great Expectations of Poku for the Thunder, Tillman for the Grizz, and Desmond Bain for those Grizzlies. Then we have Capella, Kendrick, Kuz, Davis Bertans, Otto Porter Jr., Franchise Features, Kawhi for the Clips, LB for the Blaze, and Nico Mannion for the Warriors. Then we have Will the Thrill, Depot. There is McCollum, John Wall, Joker, not Vooch. There's a Fantasy Stars of the Joker as well for Denver. Okongwu for the Hawks and Riller for the Hornets. There you go, Joe. Kentucky's finest Tony Delk right there. If you're looking to move that card, you find a Kentucky fan. They'll love it. There's Marcus Morris, Harrison Barnes, Napier, Langston Galloway, Markelle Fultz, Orange Laser of D. Russ for the T-Wolves, Azubic for the Jazz, and another Denny for the Wiz. And last pack of the break. We have Kobe White, Serge Ibaka, Sweet Lou, Dwayne Bacon, Thon Maker, Orange Laser, Bismack for the Hornets, Woodward for the Kings, and Vernon Carey for the Hornets. To close it out, I am going to put together a quick little hit recap for you guys. Some of our bigger hits from the break. All right, guys, some of our bigger hits from the break. We got second year Zion for the Pelicans, Brown for the Lakers, and 2 second years of Ja for the Grizz. Great expectations. Killian for the Pistons, Maxey for the Sixers twice. There's our second Killian for the Pistons and the Ant-Man for the T-Wolves. Complete players of Steph 2 times for the Warriors. Franchise features of Giannis for Milwaukee. Fantasy stars, we got the Joker for Denver and Brown for the Lake Show. Bigger base rooks, we have Vassell for the Spurs, Kenyon Martin Jr. for the Rockets, 2 Denny's for the Wiz, 2 Okongus for the Hawks, Desmond Bain 2 times for the Grizz, Quick for the Knicks twice, Nesmith for the Celtics twice, Sadiq for the Pistons 2 times, the Paw for the Bulls 2 times, Killian for the Pistons 2 times, RJ Hampton for the Nuggets, LaMelo for the Hornets, Nawara for the Bucks twice, Maladone for the Thunder 2 times, Toppin for the Knicks twice, Ant-Man for the T-Wolves 2 times, Kenyon Martin Jr. for the Rockets, Pritch for the Celts, Maxey for the Sixers, and Jalen Smith for the Suns. We got 1 orange laser. Cassius Stanley for the Pacers. Jersey series of Draymond for the Warriors. And we got that Tony Delk signature series for the Boston Celtics. That is going to do it for the break. We'll be back on in 5 minutes with Optic Football Fat Packs, and I will make those unsold, unpaids available to you guys on Discord in 3. Thank you guys so much for joining. As always, peace and love all.